Right, so just powered this up. Try and get that in the middle of my camera. So I'm going to load a preset tuning initially, which is option 1. Option 1 is key number 1, where we're on the lower bank of keys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So key 1, going to load a preset tuning, and I'm just going to load option 3. There we are. Shows you what's on each channel. So you've got high melody D5, low melody D4, trumpet D4, drone D3. And we're okay with that. If we're okay with that, we press the top right button. If you want to go back, you always press the top left button. So pressing this one here, we're okay with that. And it goes crank on, and it tells you what's on each channel. High melody D5, low melody D4, trumpet D4, drone D3. If I crank, right, so we're in the play mode, which means play mode means if I turn the crank, noise comes out. I'm going to press pause. This far left button is pause. Right, now it gives me some options, one of which is tuning / volume, option 3. So I'm going to press key number 3 here. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, hang on. That one. Right. Manual setup is option number 3. So go 2, 3. And it tells me what's on each channel. Now, if I want to modify the high melody, let's say it's number 1, I'll press key number 1. Now, keys 1 and 2 are the up and down keys now. So let's set it higher, shall we? Let's go, I don't know, there you are, G5. X is done. So we're done with that. We've made the high melody higher to G5. So I'm going to press the X key, which is, or go back key, which is top left. So you see now, channel 1, the high melody is now G5. So now we go back again. We're going back through the menus we previously opened. So we'll go back again. I'll go back again. So we're in crank on. It said crank on. So we're going to play. High melody is going to sound weird now. Okay, because you've got G5 as your high melody, low melody D4. Now you can do that with all those channels, modify them all. Now you might want to save this. How would you save it? Right, we're in play mode, which means when I crank, we get noise. Okay, so we're going to press the pause button again. Now you'll notice option 2 there is save. So we've messed around with our current tuning. And we fiddled with all the strings, and we now want to save this into a vacant slot in the memory. So I'm going to press key number 2, that one. Use slot 1. There's 4 save slots for custom tunings. So if I press button 1, key 1, it means we use save slot 1. So let's do that. Right, now briefly it just flashed up there. You probably missed it. It said slot 1 saved to EEPROM. And you say, what's EEPROM? EEPROM is memory in the computer that stays working even when the power is off. So when you power it up again, it should remember that. So now, just check it. Still plays horrible note. I'm going to power the thing off, the whole machine off. There we are. On the wooden versions, it's slightly different, the way you power it on and off. So, okay, power it up again. Just wait for it to set itself up. That was the speaker kicking in. I've got this connected to a portable speaker. Right, option 2. So option 1 was load a preset tuning. I did that just to get some initial tunings up, which I then modified. But we're going to load the tuning we saved before. So you see option 2 is load save slot. So I'm going to press key number 2. And I'm going to load slot 1 because if you remember I saved it to slot 1. So let's see what, press key 1, what happens. Right, now here's our previously saved tuning. You see, my high melody was G5 and then the others were D4, D4, D3. So it saved it, it remembered it. So basically each time you turn it on now, from now on, if you want your customized tuning, you turn it on, you let it power up, then you select option 2, which was load. Option 1 is load a preset tuning. That's for beginners. It's got a number of preset tunings just there in the memory. But you're going to press option 2 at that point, which is load from a save slot. And you know that you saved your favorite tuning, custom tuning, into slot 1. So you would then hit 1 for save slot 1 and it would come up, which is what it did. And if I play this, it'll sound horrible as it did before. Oh, hang on, I've got to accept it. So that's our tuning. OK button, this is OK button, this is go back. So we want OK. So we're happy with that. Crank on, that means we're ready to go. Turn the crank. And the thing about this Gerdi is it'll play tunings that don't really exist in the real world, because the highest notes and the lowest notes are not recorded. They've actually been, they're from recordings, but they've been shifted an octave up or down and then re-recorded, the audio files. So you can play in tunings that don't even exist. I don't know if they're even possible on a real hurdy-gurdy. Hopefully that covers it. So just go over it one last time. You power it up. So once you've got it saved, it's easy from then on. Goes through its self-checks. Speaker kicked in there. Load from a save slot. Key number 2. Hang on, give it again. There we are. And we know it was in slot 1. Unfortunately, you can't change the names because there's no keyboard. Well, I mean, it'd just be really difficult. So it's in slot 1. That's where you saved your tuning. So press key 1. There you go. And you accept that. You happy with that? Crank on. And off you go. So that's how you would save and then retrieve each time you want to play your custom favorite tuning.